From Woodbury Country Club, Comcast Channel 5 presents the 27th Gloucester County Amateur Golf Tournament. Hello everybody, I'm Bob Shryock and Shawn Leary behind the 9th and 18th green here at Woodbury Country Club. And Shawn, the first round scores were very good. The second round scores are a little bit high. And I think you know the reason for that because you played this course this week.
Yeah, and
why?
I'll tell you what, this course is a really nice layout. I mean, people love coming here. It's always in great condition. When you cut down the greens as much as they are here at Woodbury, you're going to really get some high scores because the greens are extremely fast. It's like putting on glass. You know, we're used to playing on the public courses, and right about now they're usually running on a stimp meter rate about 8 to 9. Well, what we have here today is about 12.5 to 13. That means it's rolling completely fast. You can just putt the ball and just basically touch it. And if you got a little putt downhill, it's going to roll on you. It's going to keep on rolling on you. In fact, we've seen some really good golfers out here, 4-putt, 3-putt, which makes it very interesting right here on the number 18. But it's difficult to score real well unless you're getting your approaches extremely close to the pin, because if you have a long putt, well, you can roll off the green in a hurry.
I've been watching them play on the ninth hole for the last couple of hours,
Yeah.
Shawn, and I've seen a lot of 3-putts. I just saw Chris Biebelheimer, one of the leaders, with a 70 in the first round.
Yeah.
4-putt this green to kind of blow himself out of the tournament.
Yeah.
This is a tough pin on 18. It's down front. It looks like it's level, but it's not.
Well, that's right. I mean, this thing goes from back to front, and you really got to stick it and land it. That means your approach really has to be on. And that's really the name of the game of this golf tournament, is really being really precision with your approach shots, staying in the fairway and putting well, not being over too aggressive, knowing when to go for the putt, knowing when to just be ease up on it a little bit. And that's really what you're going to see here on number 18. The guys have to be able to stick this green. If they don't stick the green, you're going to see some really interesting putts. It's going to look like us, who are just basically guys who come out and have a good time. These pros or these amateurs are going to start looking like us a little bit, Bob.
Shawn, you had a chance to play the course this week. It is one of the most beautifully conditioned courses in the entire area.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
Charlie Clark does a great job.
I mean, beautifully manicured. I mean, they do a great job here with the condition. It's in great shape. The greens are fast. And one of the things about this course is, when looking at it and playing it, you look at the scorecard and you say, okay, well, these holes aren't too long, but you can get in a lot of trouble on some of these spots. You can hit behind a lot of trees, and really it's all about putting here. If you're able to putt, you can score well. That's what happened on Thursday in the senior championship. That's what happened on day 1. Day 2 hasn't been so kind to our amateurs out there today.
Okay. By the way, the senior championship was won by Dave Jordan with a 74. He came back Friday and shot a 71 in the regular event. So he has a chance to become the first golfer in the history of this tournament in 27 years to win both titles. The cut, by the way, was 80. That's kind of low for this golf course. And the best score in the first day was a 70. But the scores are much, much higher today. The defending champion, Lance Overperleiter, shot a 76 to qualify for the second day, but he has too many people to pass. It does not look like he's going to repeat his championship. But Shawn, we're going to miss one guy. This was really the Ed Anton Open for a long, long time. Ed won 7 of these championships in 26 years, was a great champion. He was honored last night posthumously at the dinner. We're going to miss him.
Oh, absolutely. And I didn't know Ed as much as you know him. I know him for a few years, and one thing you can count on was a nice smile from Ed Anton. As a guy that really loved to play the game, a good ambassador for Gloucester County golf, a guy who would go around and really well liked by the other golfers. I know everyone used to talk to him all the time and hang out with him after a round of golf, and he was just a guy who was really accessible to the media, a guy who owned this tournament. I mean, this was Ed Anton's tournament, and to beat him was what every golfer in Gloucester County was looking to do that year, because he was such an outstanding golfer. Again, another ambassador for the game. Going to be sorely missed here in Gloucester County from not only the old guys but also the young guys.
He won it on 3 different venues, Shawn. The Old Tall Pines / Eagles Nest, he won there 4 times. Then he won twice here at Woodbury Country Club, which was one of the courses he belonged to. He also won his last amateur in 2001 at Pittman Golf Course. So he won in all kinds of venues, and he did it over 3 decades.
And all types of courses, you might add, too. I mean, some golfers, some courses are tailored for some golfers' games. But to say Pittman, it's a little bit shorter course. Tall Pines, a little bit longer, and he can get into some trouble there. And one thing I don't know if his amount of championships could ever be matched. I mean, the quality of golf in Gloucester County is coming up. You get more guys you see last year with Lance Overperleiter, who's been in here for a while, win the tournament. Joe Russo, 2 years ago, won it. To win it as many times as Ed Anton done, who knows if we'll ever see that again.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shawn. They kind of spread it out. There's so many great amateur golfers in this county that I think any one of 15 or 20 guys can win it now. Didn't used to be that way when Ed dominated along with Leo Gluding and Mike Tash, because among the three of them, they won 14 titles of the first 26. That's quite a record.
Right, and who knows if we'll ever see that again, but certainly Ed Anton going to be sorely missed by, again, not only the people who played in the tournament, the people who covered the tournament, and basically all golfers and everyone who knew him. Great guy.
Okay, it's a wide open field as we wait for the golfers to come up the 18th hole. If there's a playoff, it will be right here on 18. We'll be back to see some of the golf right after this. Shawn Leary and Bob Shryock from beautiful Woodbury Country Club, 27th annual Gloucester County Amateur Championship, looking down at the 18th tee box. And that is the Jimmy Paulson hitting. This is the threesome of Paulson, Schumacher, and Souza. And these guys all shot 79 in their first rounds. The cut again was 80. That's a low cut number for this golf course, which plays very, very difficult.
It's a nice ball off the tee. It's a good spot to be coming in on a drive, and he really got a hold of that. Man, that's probably about, I'd say about 25 yards from the green.
That one is hooked.
Going out. Yeah, hooking a little bit. That could be tough. That's where you don't want to be. If you hook a little too much, you can get behind that tree.
But it's all right. Coming out of the chute, he's all right.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, this fairway set up where you have some trees. If you hook it to the left a little, you come out of a chute, and there you can see the chute down there where everyone kind of hits out of. You can't really see the guys. You see the cart coming in that background. Here comes the guys. This is the fourth group who teed off today. The first three.
There's some high scores, Shawn. I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised at how high some of the scores are. One guy is 20 over today.
Maybe a late dinner last night, Bob. Dinner might have.
Had a very nice dinner here, by the way, Shawn. I mentioned that, but Peggy Anton was here. That's the widow of Ed Anton, and Ed's memory was honored last night, and Peg was right in the middle of it, and we had a great time remembering Ed Anton last night.
With one of the good coaches in Gloucester County for high school, Peggy is the head boys and girls golf coach at Washington Township.
That's Jim Souza looking for his ball. Those numbers are not good with this threesome.
No, it's not too good. Yeah, Souza had 42, former Salem County senior champion. Jimmy Paulson, the Paulsboro kid, 43 on the front nine. Schumacher, 45 on the front nine. Schumacher facing a plus 20.
Yeah, that's not Scott. Scott's a very good player. Probably the longest driver in the field as well. That's Sousa looking at the green here. This is a tough second shot to this green with a pin right up front. The golfers are trying to spin it back from the hill back to the pin, and that's not an easy shot.
Yeah, it's tough if you don't get good spin back on the ball, Bob. You can find yourself, even though the green goes from back to front, what we've seen some of the golfers do is hit a little bit long. They rolled off the back side. Now, although the green slopes front to back, coming off the back side of the green, the ball can roll down and carry, and then you really have some problems. So
Sousa has obviously a difficult shot from that position.
Yeah, he's just going to punch out into the fairway, try to set himself up maybe on the far side of the fairway so he has at least a better shot coming in to be able to get it there.
A little bit more than punch out.
Yeah, he did. What a nice shot. Coming up in the front, but he was able to hook it around that tree. It didn't look like from our angle that he was going to have a shot, Bob. I thought he was going to have to punch. Yeah, but he's in the sand. That's not a bad spot to be in, Bob. If these guys are good sand players, that's not the worst spot. You just don't want to be long.
All right, this is Jim Paulson with his second shot. Former great baseball player at Gloucester State College, now rowing, and a former champion of this tournament.
Had a little,
terrific all-around athlete.
Little wedge, and he's going a little long. Watch this ball. I mean,
did not spin back.
Didn't spin back for him. Not too bad, but he's going to have that putt coming downhill, which is going to be difficult.
Now this is Scott Schumacher, plays out of Pittman Golf Course and one of the longest hitters in the area. That was his drive. That's a big drive.
Yeah, that did some movement. This is where it counts. You can hit the ball a long ways, but if you don't have a good approach, or you don't have a good short game, you're going to have problems.
Shawn, this putt downhill, I know you play here, this putt downhill to that pin position is treacherous to say the least. I saw Bevelheimer 4-putt this green just a little while ago, and I've seen a lot of 3-putts. The ball just trickles forever and just keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things you got to have touch. I mean, some of the spots you want to see if you can, see if you can possibly just even hit the hole. I mean, it's just ridiculous to look down at that putt coming downhill and think that you have a legitimate shot at holing it out. I mean, it's just, you got to hit an almost perfect putt to come down the hill and get it in there. So that's something we'll be watching for the rest of the day, is who hits that perfect putt, Bob, because you might see one here.
I did see a 40-footer made by one of the early players his first time around. That was shocked him, I can tell you that.
Looks like.
All right, this is Souza. Souza plays out of Running Deer, one of 5 players from Running Deer playing in this final day's action at Woodbury Country Club. Have a nice deft touch from this position. Not a bad shot, but he'll have a difficult downhill putt to save par. As all good golfers do, fixes the sand trap before he leaves. Etiquette a big part of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you're coming back and you want to play on the course, and the whole part of the game is playing on a good course and it's maintained well. So you want to make sure you fix all your divots out of the green, and break the trap so if somebody else is coming up, they don't get in a bad spot. And that's why I think the etiquette really comes into a part of the game, is fixing all your ball marks and your repair marks, because you're going to come back out and play again. You don't want to make a mistake and not be able to fix it. You make a mistake, you're in the bunker. Well, fix it by raking it out. I got some tough putts here, Bob. This is what the ones we were talking about.
Yeah, let's see how this ball rolls. This is Paulson. This will be a right to left break downhill, and it is fast. Watch this. Let's touch it. Good camera work.
Not a bad putt. Not a bad putt. It'll be interesting to hear Polson's comments on the course and the greens, because I remember at Wedgwood he was not happy with the pin positions when we covered on Channel 5.
This is Scott Shoemaker putting for birdie.
Yeah, he's had a tough afternoon.
Look at that ball roll. Just keeps rolling and rolling and keeps going. How about that? That is fast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and it's...
I guess you handled these greens, though, pretty well, didn't you, Shawn?
No. No, I didn't.
Scott had to laugh at... Did you see him laugh at that one?
Yeah, well...
He couldn't believe how far past it went.
That's all you can do is you know what, Bob, especially for guys like me, who aren't nearly as good as these guys, you get on the green, you're happy. And then to putt back off of it, boy, that really stings when you have that happen to you.
This is Souza trying to save par from the trap. How far out he played that ball, Scott?
Oh.
Watch it go. Yeah, still going. I know you become an expert on the stipometer. You were talking about that in the opening. Shawn, you want to explain to our viewers who do not know what a stipometer does, exactly what it does do?
Well, a stipometer is a tool that's used by the greenskeepers throughout the country, and it measures greens equally. Where you find a flat surface on the green, you get a ball, you place it on the stipometer, and you roll it down. As far as the ball travels in distance is where you get that number. So if the ball travels 8 feet, it gets an 8 on the stipometer. If it travels 12.5 feet or 13 feet, then it gets a 12.5 or 13. And the higher number that you have, or that you're looking at, the much more difficult it is to putt on. And that's what we have here, 12.5, 13, which most guys, if you're playing at Pittman or if you're playing at even Wedgwood or even Scotland Run, you're looking at 8, 9 on the stipometer. So you're looking at 12.5, 13 here today. You can only imagine what it might be like. It's almost like putting on the U.S. Open greens. It was very interesting trying to do that the other day for me.
Sousa trying to make 5. He does. So there's 1 3-putt in that threesome, and that was Paulson. The other 2 with 2 putts, a par for Schumacher, as the golfers congratulate each other after their round, the 27th Gloucester County Amateur. And back down the fairway, Zach Falone, one of the youngest players in the field.
Young Zach. Good young player.
Goes to Hun Prep School on the golf team there. He belonged, member at Woodbury Country Club, playing with John Burke and Chris Mears, former Pittman High School golfer.
That's what you like to see. We've seen Danny Ott. We've seen a lot of young players. PJ Tye compete in this tournament. Ryan Cass has been around at Gloucester Catholic competing in the different tournaments, and it's good to see these young players get involved with some of the older guys. Not only are they going to be able to learn a lot from playing with these guys, but they also find out what championship tournament golf is like, especially young kids still in high school going into the following year. They might play in the Call Arena or the state championships, and it's good for him to get some experience.
All right, Shawn is going to have an opportunity to talk to Jim Paulson, one of the fine athletes in Gloucester County, about his round and about his athletic career at Paulsboro and at Glassboro State College. Gorgeous day, but it is hot here at Woodbury Country Club, near 90 degrees. That's Chris Mears.
All right, we're here with Jim Paulson, a former Paulsboro quarterback. So you know this guy was a pretty good athlete back in the day, still a good athlete, playing here at the Woodbury Country Club. And today there's some high scores out there, Jim, and it's a tough course. The greens are rolling pretty good. What can you say about it?
Well, I think as you've seen on 18 there, it just to stop the ball near the hole is work in itself. If you get above the hole here, you got to really putt well to keep the ball close to the hole. And it's tough to be aggressive when you got to putt like that. So I imagine a lot of guys are 3-putting out here. I know I've 3-putted, I don't know how many holes today and yesterday, but that's part of the game, you know. Charlie got the course set up real tough, and they're fast. And if you don't putt well, you're not going to score well here. And that's part of the game.
Well, there's always a pretty good field here, and Gloucester County has some really good golfers, and from young to old guys. I mean, you got some really talented people here in Gloucester County. You know what it's like to win a championship in the Gloucester County Amateur. What does it take to be able to put the 2 good rounds together here in this tournament?
Well, I think you got to play real conservative. You got to hit a lot of fairways, and you got to hit greens, and you got to putt solid, and that's how you shoot, around par here. I mean, you can make birdies out there on a few holes, but some of the holes you got to play. If you don't hit it on the right side of the flag, you got to play safe and get your 2-putt and walk to the next hole, and that's part of the game. And the guys that are scoring well are doing that, and that's hitting fairways and greens and putting well, and that's why they're shooting decent scores here.
Jimmy, your guy, again, Paulsboro athlete, played quarterback there, did a lot of good things in baseball, terrific athlete in baseball. To get involved in golf, tell me why young people should think about playing golf and why you love the sport so much.
Well, I didn't play golf until I got probably in my 20s when I first started playing golf, and I always played baseball and football. I never played golf, but to play golf like as a kid now, growing up, I wish I would have done it, because the game is, you can see how some of these kids, these young kids are coming out here playing. Their game is already honed by the time they're 17 and 18. And that's a big advantage, I think. You know, I wish I would have started at that age playing. But, you know, sports is sports, you know. And, you know, you get to a point where you can't play football anymore and you can't play baseball anymore. So, you know, golf is a great game because you can play forever, you know. And that's a great thing about it.
Well, congratulations again on another nice round, and we'll talk to you later, Jim.
Okay,
Best
thank
luck.
you.
Back to you, Bob.
Shawn Leary with Jim Paulson. Jim, former champion of this tournament, great athlete, real good guy too, and one of the reasons golf is so popular here at Woodbury Country Club and throughout Gloucester County. It's a good interview, Shawn. Jim is the all-time home run leader at Gloucester State rowing.
Well, the guy was a really talented athlete, like you said. I mean, not only in football but also baseball, and to still hold the all-time home run record there, that's saying something, because there's been some pretty good baseball players who have come through rowing, even locally, a couple of guys who had great careers there.
Okay, this is the threesome of John Burke and Zach Falone, both out of Woodbury Country Club, and Chris Mears, who plays high school golf at Pittman and still plays out of Pittman Golf Course. A young threesome.
It's a tough shot here, Bob. Almost impossible to lay close to the hole.
This is John Burke.
You could see there, talk about the hill coming off the backside of this green.
Look at that ball roll.
And it's not going to be able to make that hold, or even to get it close.
I mean, these greens are about as fast as I've ever seen them.
It's fun. Everyone's got to play on them. You know what I mean? No one can complain and say, oh, well, they're too fast or they're too slow. Or everyone's got to play the same exact course as everyone else. And that's why I like to see, I always like to see the championships really test golfers, whether it's the British Open or the U.S. Open. And it's a difficult course, and sometimes it makes the pros/amateurs here look like the normal guys who go out on a weekend make similar mistakes.
John Burke with this treacherous right to left break. Watch how far out he plays this ball.
You really got to play it out far, and hopefully it travels back toward the hole.
Just keep going. Look at that, Shawn. Amazing. I mean, he just touched that ball.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I know the pain because I experienced it along with Rob Edwards, the high school golf writer for the Gloucester County Times. We came out here.
Brought it to its knees, did you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough course. The layout, I'd say, is a little bit harder than normal, but not overbearing with some of the holes. It's just you got to be able to really hit the ball well and place it. It's all about precision here at the country club, and that's really what separates good golfers from guys like myself.
That was Chris Mears putting, and we've seen a putt made yet, but you're not going to see many made on this green. Got to keep it below the hole, but there's not much between the pin and the green, or the green down front. The problem. Everybody's going beyond the pin.
I think Jim Paulson said it best, Bob, is you got to play conservative here in some spots and allow others to make the mistakes and get the higher scores. And if you know what holes to play more conservative and which ones to go for it, you're going to find yourself atop the leaderboard.
This is Zach Falone. Again, one of the youngest players in the field.
Big 16-year-old. Zach's not a little guy, Bob.
We've seen some tough pin spots on this green over the years of Comcast covering the Gloucester County Amateur. I'm not sure we've seen anything quite as treacherous as this one. Chris Mears marks his ball. Chris was a very good player in one of the fine Pittman High School teams. That's what slows down the rounds here, Shawn. All the three putts. When you get as many three putts as this playing this kind of competition, you're going to have a slow round of golf.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that Woodbury hasn't kept it this high on the stimp meter throughout the summer. I believe Charlie just got it ready for the tournament to make it difficult for these guys. And
good putt by Burke.
I applaud him for it. I like when you see it tough.
Charlie Clark is one of the real fine greenskeepers in the area, not just Gloucester County, but throughout South Jersey. He has great respect among his peers. They love him here at Woodbury Country Club. Here's taps in. Golfers congratulating each other after their round. Of course, the big thing with this tournament, John, always has been, is making the cut. Everybody, people realize they're not going to win this thing when you shoot an 80 or a 79 the first day, but they want to make the cut to get the second round in. That's what it's all about.
Especially for a young kid like Falone. Boy, that gives you some confidence when you know you're playing against the best in Gloucester County, minus a couple of the big names. But you're able to get yourself into the second round. Again, that confidence going into your high school season, that's good for these young kids. Looks like that might be Rick Gaidosh.
That's Rick Gaidosh. Shot 7-8 his first round. Woodbury Country Club member, playing with two others from Woodbury Country Club, Len Staskell and lefty Mike Izzo. This is Mike Izzo, they say the only left-hander in the field, but I think I might have seen another one. Mike always plays in this tournament, always represents the club well.
Bob, you're a left-hander. How's it different? How are holes set up, you think, mostly on golf courses set up for left or righties? Does it matter
golf
much?
Courses are not set up for left-handers, they're set up for right-handers. Left-handers are discriminated against. Didn't you know that, Shawn?
No, I didn't.
My whole life I've been discriminated against because I'm left-handed. Well, that's not the only reason.
Life just has come at you so easy, Bob. You've dominated everything.
That's Rick Gaidosh. He had a trouble shot and it came out pretty good.
It almost hit our cameraman up top on the thing, Fred Buchter. He was firing it at us, Bob.
Gaidosh, Staskell, and this is a good threesome. Staskell won the club championship here in 2001. And Gaidosh made the Final Four in the club championship this year at WCC. And Shawn is going to be with Chris Mears, who just finished his round.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Lonnie Staskell was with his shot to 18.
Okay, and we're here with Chris Mears, who locally one of the big names in golf over in the late 90s, right? I mean, you guys had some good teams at Pittman, right?
Yeah, back in the, graduated in 97, we had some good teams. We were pretty hard to beat back then. We all went in the business, became pros, and then all became amateurs again because there's just need to get out of that and get into the real world and stop playing golf for fun.
I don't think we need to do that, right? We can still do that. Tell me about this course. I mean, it's a pretty tough course. 18's real difficult, but it's pretty difficult all over, right?
I'll tell you what, the pins were really difficult today. Greens are just lightning, and just putting was just so difficult. I think I had a couple 3-putts yesterday. I had a bunch of 3-putts, and if it's out here, it's just a putting contest. This tournament's all about putting. It's a short course; anybody can play it, but when you get on those greens, it gets difficult.
Yeah, you're a young guy, obviously playing it. Pittman had a great career. You guys are a terrific team. You're playing with another young guy today, Zach Falone, who's a young kid playing over at the Hun School, local kid. Wait, first off, he's pretty big kid, right?
Yeah, I couldn't believe when he told me he was a junior. He towers over me by about a foot. So he's a great kid. He's the most polite kid I think I've ever played golf with. He struggled a little bit today, but he's got a lot of talent. He just needs to keep his head in the game. If he keeps his head in it, he's gonna be a good player. Tough to deal with in the future.
When you go out, obviously you play a lot of golf. When you're going out with different people, is it something that you had a nice high school career, you've gotten into the business, and you like to try and teach people and try to help people out play the game?
Exactly, yeah. When I go out, I play Pittman a lot, and I just go out and pair up with some guys, and they'll ask for advice, and I'll give them some advice every once in a while. I want people to enjoy the game. I mean, everybody should be out here to have fun, and I didn't know that back when I was a senior in high school. I was out trying to win every time, but now it's just come out, have a good time, and that's what everybody should do.
Well, best of luck to you. Congratulations, and we'll talk to you later. Back to you, Bob.
All right, John, thanks very much. That was Chris Mears, 1997 Pittman High School graduate. Hard to believe it's been that many years since Chris got out of PHS, but he was a great high school golfer, and he still competes very successfully in this tournament. This is the threesome of Gaydosh, who has a lot of familiarity on Channel 5 with our viewers, Len Staskell and Mike Izzo. All shot 78 their first 18s. Staskell's having a pretty good round, Sean. He had 37 on the front. That's 8 better than Izzo and 9 better than Gaydosh, and only 5 over for the tournament. So he has a chance to finish in the top 5 of this event. Playing very well. Lenny's a good player. It'd be good if we had to chat with Sean.
Stay above the hole. Yeah, I'll tell you, Rick might not have the best round. I guarantee you he has something that's the best out of all the golfers here today, every time he goes out.
What's that?
The best voice.
Yes, he does.
He's got a terrific TV voice.
Mm-hmm.
I know guys like us, we kill for that type of booming.
He's a pretty good golfer, too, Sean.
Yeah,
he's not playing well today, obviously. He's not going to be happy with this round, but he's a very good player, very competitive guy, and always acquits himself well in this tournament.
Stays involved with the community, does a nice job.
And tipping his hat to the crowd.
Which was us. Well, there is somebody else here. Nice young lady back here watching the tournament unfold.
That's the lefty, Mike Izzo from Woodbury Country Club. Mike's another guy who plays every year and has made the cut many times. Always seems to play well in this event. Very, very good game management. Good player. And a good putt by Mike. And Gaydosh trying to save par. Anybody knows these greens? It's Rick.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a routine 3.5 foot putt. Let's see.
Routine.
He just stabbed at that ball. Look at it go. A 3.5 footer became a 6 footer. That gives you the best example so far, Sean, of how treacherous this green is.
And these are good golfers. I mean, obviously they're in the county amateur. They're good golfers.
When you start out with a 3.5 footer and you wind up with a 6 footer, that's fast. But a good comeback putt by Rick. Now Staskell putting to save par after a real good trap shot. And we think this Lenny shot.
Yeah, nice front today. Terrific front.
37 on the front, so he has a chance to perhaps get in the money.
Yesterday, this group all shot 78.
Right side of the cup. Very good. Excellent putt by Staskell. And a good round by Len.
Yeah.
Good round. That's by far the best round so far that we've seen. And back down the fairway, this is the threesome of the defending champion, Lance Overperleiter, who shot 78 his front round, Mike Posielli, Woodbury Country Club golfer, who shot 78, and Bob Dilks from Woodbury shot 77. However, we believe Dilks is withdrawn and is not going to finish the round. He's played in every one of these tournaments and was second to Billy McGinnis the first year of the tournament at the Old Tall Pines in 1981. That's Overperleiter.
Lance sporting a yellow shirt.
Lance just played a tremendous tournament last year, won the Gloucester County Amateur, also the Camden County Amateur. He just had a terrific year. Here's the other left-hander in the field. This is Mike Posielli, Gloucester Catholic High School team, Gloucester Camden County Amateur champion.
Yeah, Camden County champion. So he had a couple guys who did extremely well on this threesome last year who know how to play tournaments and win tournaments.
Posielli with the shot. Nice easy swing by the southpaw. But he flies away back, rolls over the back. He's going to have a difficult shot coming back up and down the hill.
Okay, we got the pride of Haddon Heights, the class of 1980. Lenny Staskell, and terrific job today. I mean, we're seeing some big scores coming in here. Tough round, but you seem to manage it pretty well.
Pins were real tough today. They really didn't give anybody a chance to catch up, and it's going to be real tough on the leaders. I heard the scores are real high for them. It's too bad. They're all good players.
They could possibly come down to you. I mean, you started off with a well, first round was okay, 78, but I mean, a terrific round that starts off. I'm sure that you're going to finish probably in the top 10 for sure, and then you see what happens from there.
Yeah, well, we all go out and trying to do our best, and course was tough today. The wind kept blowing. I hit it over 2 or 3 greens trying to guess the wind, and the guys with me would come up 20 yards short. I'd be 20 yards long. It's tough for everybody, so it's fair. It's real fair.
You know as well as I, when you play well, when you have a decent round, something's going well. What went well for you today?
Nothing. Really, nothing. I mean, that was it. That was probably the longest putt I made today, and hit it into a divot on 18 on top of it. But just nothing really went wrong. It's one of those days where nothing went right, but nothing went wrong. So you just kind of, blunder along and hope something happens and, try to knock a putt in, but it didn't. And that's the way golf is. Some days it gets you, some days you get it. So.
Jimmy Paulson says some days you got to play conservatively. Today's the day you want to play conservative, and you say doing nothing right, doing nothing wrong might be good enough to get you at top of the leaders, because this is a day where you could do a lot wrong.
Well, we want to, the guys like me who shoot 78 in the first round, we want to make a move, and the pins were so tough today that you couldn't make a move. I mean, I made a couple birdies early, but that was it. They put the pins near the back fringes, and that really favors the leaders. It doesn't let us catch them, because nobody's going to go out and have 6 or 7 birdies. So you're going to get 2, maybe 3 birdies because of the par 5s, and that's it. And the leaders really have to play bad for us to catch them. So I'd like to see the pins a little more easy today, so somebody could shoot a good number and put pressure on them. But hey, the better player's going to win. Bottom line, and that's what it should be.
Okay. Thank you very much,
nice
Len. Best of luck to you.
Thanks for sponsoring the
No problem. Take care. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you very much. Good round by Len Staskell. Excellent round today in a difficult golf course.
Thanks again.
Staskell, he's the proverbial leader in the clubhouse, Shawn.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely
in the clubhouse.
Like he said, he would like to see the pin placements a little bit easier so you couldn't catch up in it. There's something to that.
This is the defending champion, Lance Overperleiter, with a long downhill putt. Watch this ball. Just keep rolling and rolling and rolling.
Not too
finally
bad,
breaks
though.
away.
That's not too bad.
Look, it's still rolling. You can tell the way the ball just fades away from the pin here to the left. And that's Mike Posielli. Again, Bob Dilks was the 3rd member of this threesome, withdrew from the tournament. So two left-handers in this event, Mike Posielli and Mike Izzo.
Two guys, again, we talked about rolling to the backside of this green, and that you can get into trouble if you go a little long. We've seen a lot of guys here today, Bob, go long. I think last year, guys did a little bit better at getting a little bit closer to the pin.
Where'd that ball go?
And it's gonna roll almost completely off the green.
Wow.
You know what? And there's something to what Lenny's saying about, you know, the pins being in tough spots, and it's hard to catch up, and it's hard to hit this 5 or 6 birdies. What is if you really playing well and you finish in the middle pack, and I'm talking about really playing well and put together a good round. Not only could you play well, some of the leaders might, you know.
Problem with shooting 78 the first round is there's too many people to go past. That's the problem. Too many good players to jump past. You're going to jump past a lot of them, though.
And that also says something. Well, you should do better in the first round as well. You know, to get up there. It's a 2-day tournament.
So Posielli 3 putts 18. We've seen a lot of that so far. And Lance, great champion, had a terrific 2006, winning in both Camden and Gloucester counties, and he will not win this year, but a great player nonetheless, and plays out of Wedgwood. Played there for many, many years. Nice firm putt by Overperlater, makes it for his par, and he and Mike congratulate each other. And the next threesome coming up will be Paul Bickford, Bob McCusker, and Norm Charlesworth. We're going to take a break from Woodbury Country Club. We'll be back with the 27th Gloucester County Amateur after this.
Okay, we got the 2006 champion of this tournament last year. What a fantastic year, Lance, you had last season. The club championship, you got the 2006 Gloucester County Amateur Championship. One of the highlights of your career?
Yeah, definitely. Last summer was something special. This year, you know, obviously hasn't been going as well, but, you know, that's golf.
It's a tough track today. I know the pin placements are pretty tough. It's rolling pretty good. What's it going to take to win this tournament today?
Well, I thought my guess was 143 coming into the tournament. After I seen you know, how the place was playing for a couple practice rounds, my number was 143. So you know, we'll see when they get in.
Now, what's it take to win this tournament? You know from experience, because you were able to do it last year. You got a lot of talented golfers in Gloucester County, and to best this field over a 2-day period, that's not an easy thing. What's your recipe for winning something like this?
Very easy. The putter. The putter is, you know, especially at this golf course. It's not a long golf course, but they can, you know, they speed the greens up and put the pins in places where it's tough to. You know, I've heard a lot of horror stories of 3 putts last night, and last year that's what happened. Last year I don't think I had 1 3-putt last year in 2 rounds, and that was the difference in this year.
Now, terrific year last year. This year, not as good.
Right.
What's the difference in something like that? What do you say, man? What did I do last year? What am I not doing this year?
You know, maybe adding a little, you know, added pressure to myself when you come in and obviously you're the defending champ and you want to do well again. And this game is just a game where it seems the more you try, the harder it is to play well. And like I say, that's golf. And I just think that's something that you got to learn to deal with. And you know, you can't always play well in this game. It's a tough game to play well, you know, day in and day out.
Well, congratulations on a couple of good seasons, and we'll get right back to you, Bob.
All right, Sean, thanks very much. That was Lance Overperlater, the champion of this tournament in 2006, right here at Woodbury Country Club. Good guy, Lance, and he's been a fine amateur player for a long, long time in this county. We were watching the threesome of Paul Bickford, Bob McCusker, and Norm Charlesworth, all of whom shot 76 at 6 over par in their first rounds. Bickford plays out of Wedgwood. In fact, he's the reigning club champion at Wedgwood. McCusker, a former Gloucester State golfer, is a Delaware resident who belongs to Back Creek, Delaware. And Charlesworth, who played for the Gloucester State Baseball National Championship team in the 70s, plays out of Little Mill in Burlington County. That's the threesome we're watching now here on number 18. It's a gorgeous day, but a little hot and humid. Look at that ball roll. I'm just amazed at the speed of these greens, Sean. He just touched that ball coming uphill.
Do you ever recall, Bob, greens being this quick? Do you think in the county
I remember
amateur?
one year when the pin was back near where we're sitting for this telecast, where I thought they were the quickest I've ever seen that year. That might have been 6-7 years ago. But I can't remember any course putting much tougher than this one is putting today, this green. Paul Bickford is the Wedgwood Club champion this year. Charlesworth played 9 holes at Pittman this morning to get ready for, yesterday to get ready for the tournament, Sean. They'll practice all premise. This is Bickford, shot 76 his first shot. Again, the right to left break. He plays it way out to the right and it'll come back. Pretty good job of stopping that one, Sean.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, he's had a nice year this year to win that Wedgwood championship. I mean, you're playing with guys. I'm assuming that Russo was in that field. There's 8 Wedge. I don't know if you brought this up yet, Bob. There's 8 Wedgwood members in the field today. 14 of the 39 are from Woodbury Country Club. 5 are from Running Deer. Running Deer, the private now / public course in Salem County. A beautiful track. A lot of people really like that course. I was talking to Prosecutor Sean Dalton. He really likes that track down in Salem County.
Good putt by Charlesworth, just missing his birdie try. Charlesworth, one of the longest hitters of the area, Sean. He is. I've seen him drive #1 green at Pittman a number of times. He is a long hitter. Very good player. I expect he's going to win this tournament one of these years. I'm surprised he hasn't done it by now. Bickford with a tap in. But they were very careful with these short putts.
Yes,
Isn't that amazing? That just is amazing. You look at that putt. How can he miss that putt? Now he's got twice as long a putt as he just putted. We've seen that a couple times.
The one good thing is it's coming back uphill. It's a much easier putt if you miss it. And you see a lot of guys just bang these ones home because they're much easier. You can go at it a little bit more aggressively. And for people who don't know much about the putting and what we're talking about with golf is you're going downhill. It's pretty simple physics, man. You're going downhill, it's gonna move a little quicker on you if you're going uphill.
And Charlesworth did not expect to have this long of a putt left for his 2-putt par. This is not an easy. It's got to be right edge. You got it. Norm Charlesworth. And Bob McCusker taps in for his par. So we're getting down close to the leaders in this tournament. Those 3 golfers all shot 76 in their first rounds. And we'll get a chance for you to talk to Norm. Doing some really good interviews there, Sean. Some good insight provided by the golfers you're talking to.
Yeah, these guys know, a lot of them know the course, so they're well familiar with not only the course, but a lot of these guys are coming back. They know this tournament. They all know each other, and they know each other's games.
That was not a good shot.
Not a good shot at all.
This is a threesome of Brad Roberts. That was Brian McClaskey and Gil Moniz Jr., who plays out of Woodbury. They also each shot 76 in their first rounds. One of the few golfers carrying his own bag.
Yeah.
Some of them have caddies. Some of them take cars. They have the option.
Yeah, it's not going to be the best shot for Brad in this tournament. You know, golf's a funny thing. You can hit a horrible shot, you know, one time, Bob, and your next shot could be almost near perfect. You can save yourself, and you might be playing with somebody else and get the same score as they do.
So he's hitting 3 from this location, which he doesn't like at all. So he'd be real happy to get out of this hole with a bogey.
Right, and we talked about in the Open, I think, Bob, is if you go right, you can, or I'm sorry, excuse me, if you go left, you can really get into some trouble with the trees. And that's exactly what happened to him.
That was a great third shot,
Yeah.
great third shot from that location.
Kind of pointing out exactly what I was just talking about with the fact that you can have a really lousy shot, a real nice shot, and you put 2 of them back to back, you know, you can come away with par.
This is Brian McClaskey, who plays out of Merchantville Country Club.
You ever played at Merchantville, Bob?
I have not.
Neither have I. Going to hit the front of the green.
It's a good shot.
This is going to move a little bit.
Very good shot by McClaskey. It's a chance for a birdie with a treacherous downhill putt. Got to be happy with that one now. Haven't seen too many hit below the cup and stay there, have we?
No, we saw one, I think, right before we went on the air. I'm not sure who that was, but it was a terrific shot. I think that's the only one we've saw since we came here probably about an hour ago.
That's Gil Moniz chatting with our cameraman.
I think he's asking you want to hit this next one.
I don't know how he found the ball. It's in the trap. Still a real good player. Plays out of Woodbury. Done a lot of good things at this golf course, and one of the fun guys to play golf with in Gloucester County.
That's what it's about, Bob. I know a lot of people take the game extremely serious, and you know, I want to get better as much as anybody. So does everyone. I mean, everyone wants to get better, but boy, having fun is coming out here, clearing your mind, playing against yourself. It's just a fun sport. You know, this isn't a bad shot.
That's a good golf shot.
That is a very good golf shot.
It's going to roll off the green to the fringe, but it's still a good shot by Moniz because he had to lob that one in there.
He's probably happy our cameraman said no, he didn't want to take the shot for him. It's coming up with that beautiful little chip right over top of the bunker.
If there is a playoff, we'll do it right here in the 18th hole. We haven't had a playoff in this tournament for a number of years. Used to have them with regularity at the old Eagles Nest.
I'm smelling one today. I'm smelling a playoff, Bob.
Again, the leaders first day were Chris Bevelheimer and Mike Kochuba with 70s. There were 3 71s, Joe Russo, former champion, Bobby Holstein, former champion, and Dave Jordan, who won the senior tournament on Thursday. It's Brad Roberts. He plays out of Wedgwood. There's some really good camera work today.
And brought the A-team out here today. I don't know who that is, but it's the A-team.
I'm just amazed how the ball just keeps rolling.
Boy, that stopped short for him. So if he is exact, I can't see really the hole from where he is, but I believe he's in another tough spot there, Bob.
I mean, this pin position is playing mind games with these players, Shawn.
I know. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it does. You start doubting yourself. You start not. You almost, your putting stroke is actually toyed with. I mean, just think about it. If you don't get the full putting stroke and you're just basically tapping at or stabbing at the ball, you have less of a chance of the ball going to exactly where you want it to go. So when you're hitting that ball, you're just stabbing at it. You're not going to be able to follow through real nicely.
Classy with his putt.
Now, that's a spot where not a bad putt, but he did follow through a little bit.
I mean, I know there's some holes on this course where you just got to kind of just tap it, stab at it, and let it.
Let me ask you a
Let it
question,
travel.
John. What is the longest putt we have seen made on this green since we came on the air? About
Let's see.
3.5 feet is correct. Thank you, Mr. Director.
Stan Ritter, he's a big golfer himself. That guy
he's
is always on the
terrific
course.
player. Well,
Terrific.
kind of an all-around athlete, you know. Moniz taps in.
And this is even, this is another hard putt right here, because again, you stayed on top of the hole. You didn't put it below the hole at least and get it down, and now you're in a little bit more trouble. Nope. Yeah, it's tough for him.
A report from the golf course. Bill Murray, who shot 76 the first day, was just 1 over with a 36 in his front 9 today, and is 3 over for the round. That's a good round, so he's in Staskell's territory right now. That's the second best score we've heard by Murray.
We'll be seeing Murray come up right behind this group.
So that's the threesome of McClaskey, Roberts, and Moniz. We had so many great players in this county, Sean. Every year they just seem to keep adding good players.
That's great. That's what we want to see in the county, is a lot of good young golfers come up and get involved and stay involved in golf, not only when they move away and play golf at some different colleges, if they come back to the area, to stay involved with the county.
This is Rob McConaughey, who plays out of Running Deer. Rob shot 75 his first day. Well, I think Rob is one of the real unheralded players in the county. Very, very good player.
I
Don't
agree.
hear a lot about him, but he's good.
Yep, he is a good player, and you're right. He probably doesn't. He isn't among the big names, just maybe because we don't talk about him as some of the better name players. But he is. I mean, he definitely is. You see here, it's not a great approach by him. As he pulled that a little bit to the right, looks like he might be in that.
He's in the trap.
Bunker, yeah. But I mean, that's a good spot though. It's better than being above the hole, because at least, Bob, you can come out of that sand and at least be able to come away with par. We've seen plenty of bogeys and doubles here.
Here's a guy who deserves a lot of credit for this term, because he is the tournament director. Also a great player. Bill Gibbons shot 74 his first day. He's the tournament chairman. Bill Gibbons plays out of Woodbury. First round score was 74, very much in the hunt. But he shot 38 on the front today and is 6 over for the round.
Okay, we got the 1987 graduate of Deptford High School, Gil Moniz. And Gil, you know a little bit about this course. You know where all the places you don't want to be and the places you do want to be. A lot of spots on this number 18 green where you don't want to be. A lot on this backside of the green it's tough to try and stick it there, and that's what we've been talking about, is this 18 being able to stick and land it. How important is the approach in this game, and to be able, especially here in the Gloucester County Amateur Champion?
Well, this golf course, you have to be below the hole. I mean, and prerequisite is to hit it in the fairway. If you're not in the fairway, you can't control your golf ball, and anywhere on this green past the flag, it's not good. It's going to be a real tough two putt. So they're tight fairways. You got to hit the fairway, and then even the second shot is very difficult.
Now, we know, I mean, everyone wants to come out, you want to win this tournament, but Bob always talks about making the cut, having a good time, the whole experience with the dinner and honoring Ed Anton, and you were able to know the guy for a while. I mean, tell me about the tournament, playing golf, and just getting out with these guys.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, some of the best players around are out here playing this weekend, and, it's always fun to try to compete. Everybody wants to win. I want to win. Some guys, the goal is to make the cut. Some guys want to win. Everybody has a little different goal, but once you get out here, like you said, in honor of Ed, everybody liked Eddie. So it's a good time. It's a great event. It's a great event.
What do you remember the most about him? Because you, in 1987, graduate, you're a younger guy coming up into the sport and into the field, and then all of a sudden you play with a guy like Eddie Anton. Do you have any good memories of him?
Oh yeah, he has a million little quotes he would say while you play with him. He's a good guy. I mean, great competitor. I played a lot of rounds out here with him. You know, he's just the ultimate grinder. The guy never gave up. One of the best players I ever played with. But he was very sense of humor was very dry, funny, super funny. So.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care,
All
and
right.
Bob, right back to you.
Thanks very much. That was Bill when Givens out of the trap. Good shot by Bill to about 6 or 7 feet. That was Gilman Hughes Jr. with Shawn Leary, and Gil has been a consistent golfer making the cut in this tournament. This is Bill Murray. No, not that Bill Murray.
Not that Bill Murray. Not the Bill Murray that was. I think he didn't.
Caddyshack.
He recently get pulled over in a golf cart? And it was I believe drinking and got into some trouble in one of the European countries. I'm not exactly sure the country, but that's a story that I've heard.
Missed that one.
Not this Bill Murray. Not this Bill
Well,
Murray.
make sure you
the more
make sure you're
the more
clear on
famous
that, Sean.
Bill Murray, right? The guy starting Caddyshack. Our Bill Murray's having a nice day, but
Very nice stage. He had 36 in the front 9. And he's 3 over in the back.
we want to make that clear. Not this guy right here. Not Bill Murray on the.
Two guys from
on the green.
Mercersville Country Club, Bill Murray, and we just talked about Brian McClaskey. This is Rob McConaughey
Yep,
trying to save par
Rob can slip this one in.
with a putt that we've seen umpteen times so far.
No one has made.
I think we're going to see somebody make one.
Somebody's going to make one. Somebody's going to drain one here. Nope. It's going to roll past. You know, Bob, it's like almost like a no-hitter. You know, the harder it is, the more excitement when it actually happens. Me and you are going to erupt when somebody hits a putt on the screen.
I'll get excited. And this is the other Bill Murray.
This is one. He's had a real nice
And by
day
the way,
today.
this year he won the 2007 Camden County Amateur title this year.
Yeah, that's another good one to win. I mean,
Cross-handed
this guy's-
putter, Sean.
He's played pretty well. Yeah, boy, I look at these guys and think, wow, how do you even do that? But it seems to work for him.
I know we're talking about this a lot, but to me, it's the story of the tournament. This pin position, the way the ball keeps rolling here, just amazes me. I think they're getting befuddled.
It absolutely messes with your head when you're out there putting. I mean, there's no doubt that when you're putting and you're trying to score on these greens, you're going to have problems with your putter, and it's really going to stem from...
Hey, we got a putt. Gibbons makes the longest putt we've seen. That was about a 10-footer.
Bill Givens, the tournament director. That was probably about, what we say, about 6, 7 feet?
No, it was
8,
longer
9,
than that.
10?
Longer than that.
Here comes Rob.
McConaughey.
He's below the holes. This is a very makeable putt for him. But he's struggled on this one. 3-putt.
Double bogey.
Yeah, you get into that trap. So maybe it isn't good to get into the bunker.
And we have a score out on the course. Bill Krieger, who shot 75 in his first round, shot 36, 1 over par in the front 9 today, and there's just 1 over for the round. So he's kind of in the hunt. We don't know what some of the better players are doing, but that would be the best if he comes in with a 73 or 74. He's going to be the new leader in the clubhouse. And that's a nice 4 or 5 footer drilled in by Murray. Golfers congratulating each other. So we just have 3 groups to go, Sean.
Yeah, just a couple left, and there's some of the players now really start taking a look at their scores and who could possibly win this tournament. And Murray right now, Krieger looks like the guy as far as coming in to see us. I mean, that looks like the guy that we're
we're going to be bringing in.
Another good shot. Same length putt. That's Kevin Ewell, former Pittman High School player, played in the same era Chris Mears did. Teammates at the for the Panther golf team in the late 90s. Another guy who went into the golf business. And Shawn Leary is going to be talking to Bill Murray.
Haddon Township, when did you And we're here with Bill Murray, and again, we're not going to get him confused with the other Bill Murray, who also likes to play some golf. And we talked about how he got in a little bit of trouble. I don't know if you heard that story. We'll save it for another time. But Bill, nice job today. Nothing funny about your game today. You were terrific out on the course. Tell me how to play the course today, because it was set up to get some big scores.
Yeah, it was playing hard, and the green started getting a little dried up and moving pretty fast, and you had trouble checking your ball when you were chipping, and so it played very tough. You had to really think your way around the course. So if you hit some bad shots, you're definitely going to pay for them.
How do you play well here at Woodbury Country Club? Because it's not easy. It's a tough course. It's extremely tough to do well on the greens. But it's not very long, right?
No, it's not long, but it makes up for it in your accuracy. If you're wayward off the tee, or if your short game's in trouble, then you're going to pay at this course. I mean, length really doesn't have much to do with anything here. You have to be a good ball striker, and you have to keep it in play.
Haddon Township Colonial Conference, you were able to see some good golfers, even from West Deptford and Gateway Woodbury. Some guys that have been around. What do you like about Gloucester County and being able to compete at Camden, Gloucester County, and especially what you did this year in the Camden County Open?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good rivalries. I never played golf in high school. I played football, basketball, and baseball. So it's nice to come out and still be able to compete at my age and play against the guys that were in the Colonial Conference against me in the earlier days. So it's nice.
Okay, well, Bill, best of luck to you. Congratulations on the Camden County Championship.
All right, thank you.
Back to you, Bob.
All right, Sean, that was the other Bill Murray, who had a great round of golf today at Woodbury Country Club. There's 3 groups to go. The next group is going to be Bill Krieger, Kevin Ewell, and Bud Carr. Now we have a note here that Bud Carr withdrew from the tournament, but he's on the putting. He's on the green, so maybe he didn't withdraw. Bill Krieger's in this group, 36 in the front 9. That's 1 over. Shot 75, 5 over yesterday. He's 1 over for the round today. So Bill Krieger playing extremely well today. Some of the gallery here at Woodbury Country Club.
You want to do it afterwards? After a little talk? Sure. I'm probably going to present the trophy anyway. We'll do it. Step first.
Bill Krieger is playing a lot of these events and made many, many cuts in the Gloucester County Amateur. Very good player who plays out of Wedgwood.
This is a big putt for him, Bob, because this has got a nice putt. Nice putt, nice
Well, that's
job.
a great putt.
Yep.
One of the best putts we've seen by Bill Krieger here in 18.
He's having himself a day. I mean, it's a nice round for him today. You look at all the other scores. He probably wouldn't say that he had a great day, but you look at all the other scores and you got to think, boy, you've done a nice job here.
He'll tap in. Nice 2-putt for Bill Krieger. He has some great swimmers in that family, doesn't he? The Krieger family, Sean, huh?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Cover them over at the Gloucester County Times.
Yeah, they all of them, I believe, have been players of the year, or what we call swimmers of the year, at the Gloucester County Times.
This is Kevin Ewell. Watch the break on this one. Good angle. Watch that break.
And I'll have you know that
good putt by Kevin, but that's going to roll. Just amazing, and he can't believe it.
Well,
Thought he had to stop at the hole, and he's having a tester left.
Yeah, he's having a tough one.
Now Bud Carr is putting. Our note is that he withdrew from the tournament. Maybe he's just playing along with the group that he already has picked up or something. I'm not sure. Bud Carr has made many cuts in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But another one of the Wedgwood contingent. A lot of great players play at Wedgwood Golf Course in Washington Township.
You know what? I'm glad to see that Bill Krieger's having a good round. It means that he's got good accuracy, good precision. Because he's worked on my teeth before. You want your dentist to be pretty good with his hands. Make sure he's good with the precision, whether he's golfing or whether he's got a.
Maybe you should do an interview with him. You would get a free root canal or something, Sean.
I don't know if I want a free root canal.
Kevin Ewell, Bud Carr, and Bill Krieger. Krieger with one of the best rounds of the day. And we're going to take a break from Woodbury Country Club, the 27th Gloucester County Amateur, when we come back.
And we're here with Bill Krieger, who is, I guess you're the leader in the clubhouse right now, but how's that feel?
It feels pretty good. I'm glad to get it over with, that's for sure.
Looks like you're doing pretty well on the course, and obviously being accurate is a big deal here at Woodbury Country Club. You got to be able to hit your approach well, stay in the fairway, and putting and it could be an adventure today.
Absolutely, the greens are quick, and there are a lot of undulations, so it's difficult. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now you're a guy that knows a little bit about athletics. All three of your children are maybe some of the best swimmers we've ever had in Gloucester County, with Mandy and Cassie and Billy. Just tell me about their careers, because it's a pretty unique family that just loves to get in the water.
Well, they do, and my wife and I are very proud of them. They really have done well. They've had some good coaches and good coaching over the years in Gloucester County, and we're just very proud of them that they're able to compete and stay healthy and get to college.
Now, Doc, listen, I hope that everything I've said to you has really been to your liking, and I'll continue to say it over there, because you work on my teeth. You could really cause me a lot of pain.
That's true, so be nice to me.
How have I done, all right?
You did well.
Thank God. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bill Krieger. 71, one over par, the best round of the tournament so far. So Bill with a real good chance to get certainly in the top 5. Out on the course, Bob Holstein, one of the leaders with a 71 in his first round, has just had a 40 on the front today. Not too good, but two under in the back, so Bob Holstein very much in it. Dave Jordan with a 39 in the front apparently has basically shot himself out of the opportunity to double, winning the senior tournament and coming back to win the regular tournament.
So, I'm sorry, but where do we stand now? We have Bill Krieger really coming in as the leader.
Krieger and Stasko have the two best scores so far. I think Holstein, we don't know what Russo, Biebelheimer, and
that last group
Chuba are doing, but Holstein may at this point be the leader, just not sure. So there's two more groups. By the way, Sean, you done some great interviews today.
Thanks, Bob. Well, it's easy when you got guys who want to talk and have some fun with it, and it's not hard. Just ask the questions, let them go.
All right, this is the threesome of Mike Belinsky, who plays out of Town and Country, Dave Jordan, and Bob Holstein. Jordan, to the right of the screen, won the senior tournament on Thursday. That's to the left of the screen. That's Bob Holstein, who won this championship, Sean, in 1987, and to this day is my favorite guy I've ever played golf with. What a gem of a guy Bob Holstein is. Just terrific. And a very, very good player. He won the club championship here at Woodbury this year.
Yeah. 20 years later. So
that would be a neat story if he won it 20 years later. That's correct. Just a consummate gentleman, Bob Holstein. But boy, does he have a difficult shot just to our left over here. Wow. This will test his mettle.
Yeah, this gives you a good look. We talked about this, where if you go long, boy, you can roll off the back of the green. You can see the hill that he needs to chip onto. And then not only do you need to chip on, you got to stop that ball, which is impossible. I mean, it's just the ball's going to roll, and you're just hoping that you get the right line. Maybe you can slow it down enough, hit enough spin on it so it doesn't get carrying a little too much. but I'll tell you what, he hits a nice shot here. This could get exciting for
Very
us.
difficult shot. He's got to land this ball just on the green and let it roll down to the cup, because you cannot stop it if he hits it too far.
That little lob wedge. Here. That's not a bad shot.
Oh, well, look at this shot. Look at this shot by Holstein. What a great golf shot that.
Yep.
You can't believe how difficult that shot was.
That was near perfect. That was a terrific shot by
Shot of the day
Holstein,
we've
yep.
seen in 18 by Bob Holstein. Can't hit
Well,
it better.
you know the guy could play some golf, Bob, right? He had a head-to-head victory over a pretty popular golfer in the PGA, Curtis Strange.
Mike Belinsky putting. Plays out of Town and Country.
I think our only Town and Country member.
Nice 2 over par 72 his first round.
By the way, nice job down there in Town and Country. Their course is in pretty good shape.
There's a good putt by Belinsky. Still rolling though. Belinsky with a tough front nine today of 43 to shoot himself out of the tournament. Dave Jordan, what a story. Dave Jordan and Ed Anton were very, very close friends, so it was a particularly emotional night for Dave. And he won the senior championship on Thursday. He had a chance to become the first ever to win both, but he's 12 over today.
Real nice to see his name as a champion, right, Bob? You see a close friend of Ed Anton's after. That's almost like that storybook finish. The story just writes itself. Not quite. Probably the best putt we've seen so far was Bill Krieger's.
Now Holstein, this is a tough putt because he has to hit it hard enough to get it to the hole, but he can't hit it too hard, it'll roll right past and down to the fringe. Right edge is what he'll aim for here, right edge. Tough putt here.
Yeah.
This would be a great par save if he can make this. Nope.
No.
Now all of a sudden he has a tester for a bogey. This could be damaging to Bob's chances to win this tournament, Shawn.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Oh no. There is the classic example of how tough this green is, Shawn. I don't know. We got to check the scores because we had Russo 37 in front, but plus 12. Biebelheimer shot himself out of it apparently with 41 in the front.
I'll tell you what, it's one of these guys who came in, I think, is going to be leader. We'll check on the scores.
We got to check on things, see where Staskell and Krieger stand in this situation because these scores are unbelievably high. Golfers congratulating each other. That's a tough 6 Holstein suffered on 18. That could hurt him.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Bill Krieger's going to win this tournament. Bill Krieger's going to win.
75, 71, 146 to the date. This is Chris Biebelheimer, who had the great opening round of 70 to share the lead with Mike Corcuba.
Joe Russo has really had a problem on this back 9 here because he was 30 in at 37 and is standing at this. If this number is correct, he's a plus 12 today.
That's Biebelheimer.
That's a nice shot, but he's going to go a little long.
This is the
short.
Final group of the day.
Now Staskell. Now we talked about this with Staskell, and he said
you know, it's going to be tough. But little did he realize that coming behind him with all these guys who were in front of him were just not having good enough days. You got scores that are coming in plus 12, plus 13, plus 7. You know, if you're at plus 1 or plus 2 today, you have a real good shot at winning this tournament. And that Bill Krieger with that putt, Bob, may have possibly won him the tournament, and he might not even have needed that.
You still might get your free root canal.
Yeah. I would have just a good cleaning. I don't know about the root canal. The root canal just doesn't seem like a real good time. Not one of the things you want to have. Ball's going to go a little long. It's going to be difficult. Hopefully it doesn't. No,
backed it up a little bit. That's Mike Garkuba. So this is the final group of the day. We got to check the scoring because we're not certain of where Krieger and Staskell stand with Holstein.
Do you want to do them both at the same time?
So it's been a fascinating 18th hole at Woodbury Country Club, to say the least, with horrible results from the putting on this green, but it's been tough for everybody. We haven't seen a putt made probably longer than 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah, what do you want?
Some of the gallery here. That's Steve Anashevsky hoisting the cup on the right, the former director of this tournament. He followed me. I did it for 20 years, and Steve for 5, and Bill Gibbons for the last 2, and that's Gibbons beside him. All the Woodbury Country Club members, some of the players. A lot of good players at this golf course. So there'll be a new champion crowned, that's for sure. His over player will not repeat his title. And if it's Staskell or Krieger, that would be a first for either one of them. If Holstein wins, it would be his second, and the first in 20 years, believe it or not. But as soon as this group is finished, we'll check the scoring to make sure.
Yeah, this is unofficial, of course, Bob, but we think Bob Holstein and Billy Krieger are plus 6 for the tournament, tied coming in. So
we're going to playoffs maybe.
So Holstein with that approach coming long, could have cost him the tournament, depending on what happens in the playoffs. These guys, the only one that really had a shot really was Garkuba, just because of the troubles that Joe Russo had on the back 9. But Garkuba, I believe, has to birdie this to tie.
A tough birdie putt. So the 18th green has taken its toll on a lot of golfers, and it hurt Bobby Holstein, who apparently needed just a bogey the hole to win the tournament outright, but double bogeyed because he 3-putted after having to chip back from behind the green.
Yeah, so Garkuba's going to have to, he's going to have to birdie this. He birdies it, he's going to be a plus 6. He's plus 7 coming into this hole for today. He shot even par.
Twisting, it looks good, oh, rimmed it out. Oh, wow, what a putt by Garkuba. Thought he had it,
He gave it a run.
Thought he had it.
He gave it a run. Nice job by him. Just to give it a nice shot. That's a shame. I think he knew it too, that he needed to drain it to tie and set up a 3-way playoff. I mean, this is what we think. We're going to find out for sure. But we think we got plus 6 for the tournament.
It'll be the first playoff in this tournament, Shawn, and I think probably 15 or 16 years since the old Eagles met.
I was smelling it. I was smelling it earlier.
That's Joe Russo, former champion on the left. Spielheimer putting. Buheimer will mark his ball as Korkuba, after nearly making the putt, has about a 10-footer coming back to save par, and possibly a third-place finish outright.
That's fine. That's perfect. I'll have to post the scorecards and then they'll come out.
Yeah, Bob, it's official. We got the we got a playoff coming up. What a terrific job by Korkuba. You got a feel for him now. He's going to try and finish this out, but he made a good run at that hole.
Oh, it drops in. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's a great two-putt, I'll tell you.
But you miss it by one stroke, boy, and that makes you think. As you get better at this game, you get more frustrated. And he's going to be able to think about the entire 18 today and think, boy, one stroke. What was that one stroke that I just really didn't take my time. I didn't think about it. I came up wrong. You struggle with that.
Former champion Jay Russo with a disappointing second day, and this is Biebelheimer also after a great 7 even par, his first round with a tough Saturday.
Russo was +1 after yesterday, and he was 37 coming in, so he must have had a very rough back nine, very rough.
Okay, that'll do it for the regulation play at Woodbury Country Club. We'll take a break and come back with an apparent playoff right after this. Bob Shryock and Shawn Leary back at the 18th hole at Woodbury Country Club. A sudden death playoff between Bill Krieger and Bob Holstein. Krieger's already hit. Holstein hitting second on the flip of the coin. And they started on the 9th hole, alternate tees here in the 9 and 18. So if they're still tied after this hole, then they'll go back to 18 tee and keep alternating until somebody wins. Bob Holstein won this tournament in 1987. Bill Krieger has never been a champion, but he has a chance to make a little history today.
Exciting for him. I mean, we talked again with Lenny Stasko earlier, and he's saying, to get this far behind, the way the pin placements were put, he didn't think people would have a chance to catch up. But like Jim Paulson, I think he put it best, Bob, is if you stay conservative today and you minimize your mistakes, you're going to be able to find yourself atop the leaderboard. That's what these two guys did. Holstein had a couple of good days. Krieger, not so good yesterday, but comes back with a terrific second day. Does a nice job.
So at Holstein from Woodbury Country Club, Krieger from Wedgwood in the playoff. Krieger with a first round score of 75, so he made a big comeback. Holstein shot 71 in his first round.
I mean, looking at the two scenarios right now, and Bill Krieger has really set himself up nicely with the.
That's Holstein on the drive. Apparently in some trouble. Krieger is in the fairway. He looks like he's in good shape. He has just a little wedge or 9-iron left. Holstein, a good trouble player though, but he has a tough second shot here. It looks like under a tree, to hit under a tree.
Yeah, a really poor drive off the tee.
So Krieger is hitting first. It's a big shot by Bill. One of the biggest shots of his amateur career right here. Just wants to get it on the green and put the pressure on Holstein.
Yep, just a nice swing. Nice job. Going to keep it short of the hole, it looks like. And that's a good shot.
Oh, excellent. Excellent shot by Krieger. He put some pressure on Holstein with that one.
Yes, he did. That's the same angle that he came in on that putt, just a little bit further on 18. These guys playing 9 again, remember. Difference is just a different tee box. They use a shared green here with 9 and 18. Now Holstein is going to have to go over top of the tree and try and land this for probably one of the best shots in Gloucester County amateur history if he's able to get it close. Not bad. He's got it on the green at least.
Oh, that's a great shot by Holstein. Great shot.
At least he's going to put pressure on Krieger now.
That's an outstanding shot.
To try and
the way the putting has been going here, Shawn, if either one of them 2 putts are going to be real happy. Holstein is in a spot where we haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen any balls where he is.
We've seen. We seen somebody come over the trap, which was Gil Moniz with that roll. I think Brad Roberts had something similar to where this putt's going to be. It's still going downhill a little bit.
And see, Holstein's putt now, he's going to be putting left to right. That's something we haven't seen. But Krieger's...
Krieger's set up a little nicer. Krieger's is more on a flat surface than what I think Holstein is going to see. But nonetheless, Holstein with a nice shot, just at least keep this thing interesting, is going to force Bill Krieger to make a putt depending on what he does. It's going to be difficult for him to hold this out, but if he's able to get it close, he's going to force Krieger to make his.
We weren't over there to see Holstein's shot, Shawn, but I think he had a difficult shot. He is a great trouble player. So I'm not surprised to see Bob come out in pretty good shape on this second shot. Holstein will be putting first. So if they both 2-putt, we go back to 18.
Not out of the realm of possibility we don't see a 3-putt either, Bob. We've seen a couple of them.
Well, I guarantee you Bob will be real happy with 2 putts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things he's going to have to do here is...
Krieger apparently is out. I'm surprised.
I'm really surprised.
He thought he had it. That was a great putt by Krieger. He thought he had that one. So did I, Shawn.
And he'll probably mark this, and we'll see what Holstein did. That was a nice putt.
That's a great putt.
Krieger's had 2 really good looks from about the same spot. This was a little shorter than the last. See Doc there wearing the red.
Can't believe that didn't win, did he? Holstein a great putter, but he has to have a deft touch here because this ball, from where he is really going to take off, Shawn.
Very interesting story also. Played at Virginia Tech. And that head-to-head victory over Curtis Strange. It's going to move on. It's going to depend on the line, and he's going to want to try to get it close. Doesn't want to go too far past the hole, and he doesn't also want to stay above the hole. We'll have another downhill putt. It's going to be left.
Ooh.
Just left of the hole. Nice run at it. And these guys are going to have very similar putts. And I was going to put the pressure on these little putts. You don't think they're very difficult. Most times, these guys will just knock them out without even thinking about it. But this is the pressure of tournament championship golf. Looks like it's about a 5 to 6 footer, Bob. Not much to it.
I don't think they're that long, Shawn.
Say 4 feet, 4 foot? Oh, you're probably right. It's probably 3 to 4, if that.
Both putting for par to extend the playoff.
You think about it too much, you can miss it.
Good putt by Krieger. Now Holstein will try to match him and sustain the playoff.
Obviously, with Holstein putting second, that means he was in closer than what Bill Krieger was for this putt. And it's about a 3 footer.
Backs off.
2.5 foot. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. That means he could be thinking about it a little bit.
He got it, so we're going back to 18.
Nice job by Holstein, where he was off the drive. That's a terrific approach shot over top of the tree. Lands on that side of the green. Both of them 2-putt to now go to number 18, and they'll keep alternating shots until someone comes out the winner.
Wanted to give a little pat on the back to Ethan Foxes, the head golf professional here at Woodbury Country Club, who's done a great job running this tournament. Very popular with the members here at Woodbury, as a fine tournament director for all their different events here at WCC, and gets a lot of credit from Bill Gibbons and his committee for running a great tournament, and we applaud Ethan as well. Great job, Ethan. So the playoff continues. Holstein and Krieger both making par from the 9th tee. Now they go back to the 18th tee. This is a more difficult tee shot because it comes out of a chute on 18, and it's some golfers have a tendency to kind of steer the ball when they come out of the chute on 18 here
Up on the green for the trophy presentation and all that?
at Woodbury Country Club.
Oh, okay.
Bill Gibbons is with us. Bill, the tournament director, has done a great job with this event. And Bill, nice to see a playoff. Always love to see a playoff, and it kind of culminates a great event.
You know, Bob, we were just talking about that, and you would know this much better than I would. I can't remember the last time there was a playoff.
About 15, 16 years ago, Mike Tash and Leo Gluding at Eagle's Nest.
How many times did they play 18? Was that the...
That was the year they played...
Playing 18?
Yeah, I think it was 4 or 5 times. It was amazing. It was a great playoff.
Well, what I like about this playoff is it's without question the two nicest guys in the field. I mean, Doc Krieger is a competitor, really doesn't like this golf course. It just doesn't suit his eye. And you got Bobby Holstein, who's a member here at Woodbury. He just won the Woodbury Club Championship a few weeks ago. And it's a funny story. Bobby showed up in the tournament at the last minute, didn't even know what time his starting time was because he never plays here. Our junior member said, "Who's that old guy teeing up?" And they were like, "Well, that's Mr. Holstein, and he beat Curtis Strange in college head-to-head, so you better be ready. He can play."
Yeah.
Bob can play. Now you see them way off to the left. They're hitting out of the chute. Bill, this is a much more difficult tee shot than 9, isn't it?
Oh, without question. Now, the one good thing for both these players is they both hit it right to left. So it will help them out a little bit, shape their shot, and that's exactly what Doc Krieger's doing right here.
Well, this one's going to hook a little bit, but he should still be right about the same spot, a little bit more to the left.
That is
as
great.
We're looking at it actually to the right.
Great camera work, by the way.
He'll be fine there. Bill, I mean, you've seen that shot that Holstein just hit coming up the approach. How good a shot was that to come over the trees and land it to give himself a chance at the 2-putt?
You know, Shawn, unfortunately, I wish I could say that I haven't been there, but I've been there many times, and it is a difficult shot, but the one good thing that Bobby does have, he can hit the ball high, you know, in a short period of time, and he hit a great golf shot. But even more impressive than the shot he hit into the green was the 2-putt. When I came to this green this morning when I played my 9th hole, my first thought was, I hope this pin placement doesn't cost someone the tournament, because if you hit it above the hole, you had to hit a phenomenal putt to get it anywhere near the hole, and both guys almost hold it out.
Bill, I think I've been doing this tournament for a lot of years in Channel 5. I think this is the most 3 putts I've ever seen on the 18th hole.
It is, Bob, and you know the greens are they're not as quick as they've been in years past, but where that pin is, if you're above the hole, I mean, you better just be tapping it or it's gone. And again, that was last year. The pin was a little bit closer to the front of the green, more of a flat spot. We were just on the side talking also, if Lance Oberparlater had the same putt last year, that with this pin placement, he would have had a very, very difficult time two-putting. There's a very small quadrant on that green that you need to hit it or you're going to have a very difficult putt.
Bill, a lot of new names in the tournament this year. A lot of good young players, a lot of good new players. Nice field.
You know what, Bob? I'm very happy with that. You know, I had the pleasure of playing with Billy Murray for 2 days plus the practice round. Billy just won the Camden County Amateur this year. Club champion at Merchantville, great player. And again, just a great addition to the field because he's the consummate gentleman. And when I mentioned to him that we were going to do a tribute to Eddie, he said, I'm in. And that was the main reason he showed up. Brian McClaskey out of Merchantville also, but when Billy signed up, again, that was another sign of how much respect everyone in this field had for Eddie Anton.
Billy, explain what they have to do in this shot. They both have, I guess, wedges, right?
I'm sure they do, but they got to be thinking they do not want to hit this left of the flagstick. And again, both guys will hit the shot right to left. if I'm Bobby or Bill, I'm trying to hit this thing in the right front of the green and give myself an uphill putt, which is a lot easier said than done.
Right. Doc's hit it twice, basically, on the 18 and then the 9, the last one. This one looks pretty good if it's long. I don't know if that's a nice
Oh, what a shot by Holstein.
That could be the winner.
Shot of the tournament right there. Unbelievable shot by Bob, and it stuck too. Wow, what a great golf shot.
That was the best shot that we've seen here on this green coming in. And that could be the tournament winner. Now Doc will have to hit one similarly as well. And he's come close, just going a little bit long. Coming out kind of hot, so not bad. But he came in a little too hot.
Didn't check on it. Did not check. So he's got a formidable task, to say the least, now to avoid being beaten by Holstein in this two-hole
Look at ball
playoff.
still moving.
Trust me when I tell you, Bobby Holstein right now is looking at that putt. And funny story, in the club championship this year, Bobby shot 73 in the first 18 holes, shot 33 on the back 9, the last 9 of the tournament, and he 3-putted from a foot. And he is the first one to admit that inside 3 feet, he might be one of the worst putters around.
Oh, then
outside 10 feet, Bobby's philosophy is, I want to out-birdie my bogeys. And the only time he makes bogeys is when he missed 2 or 3 footers. And as you saw in regulation, he 3-putted. It's just, everyone has a little bit at this level, nerves, but everyone has a little bit of a weakness in their game. And other than that, inside of 2 or 3 feet, it's the only weakness that Bobby has.
And that's going to be magnified here with this putt coming up, because this is going to be to win it. So, I mean, he's really going to be thinking about this putt coming back.
Bill, I told Shawn that I played a little bit of golf with Bob on some golf trips. He's probably the finest gentleman I've ever played golf with.
There is no question. And again, as I had mentioned with Doc Krieger, the same way. If out of this entire field of 82 players, with the first tournament without Eddie, if I could have picked 2 guys that were similar in spirit and sportsmanship, Doc Krieger and Bob Holstein would have been at the top of my list.
Very well put. So Bill going to try to extend his playoff with an almost impossible putt, but he also wants to get it close to force Holstein to make his putt. This is a daunting putt, to say the least, right here.
All you want to do is make sure you get close, just to put some pressure on Holstein. He's going to...
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Comeback. I mean, he's at least now is going to force Holstein to drain his, and that's going to put the pressure on him. Not a gimme whatsoever now with Holstein's putt.
I was actually trying to figure out who was away at first, and I know Bobby was thinking, I hope Bill had missed this next putt, then Bobby could have just cozied it down there and tapped in for par to win.
The problem with this putt is, Bill, if you miss it, you're going to have a longer one coming back.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. He misses this, he's looking at 4 or 5 feet coming back.
Bobby Holstein trying to win the county amateur for the second time in 20 years. He missed. Oh boy, there it is. It's longer than the first. Unbelievable.
You got to feel for him, because you know he's...
Just what you were saying,
he's feeling sick about it. Now, but let's talk about now where Krieger is now. Is Krieger still closer? So this is... I'm not sure if Holstein's going to have to put coming uphill, but it's still going to have Krieger's above the hole.
Oh, Bill, that's just what you were saying, wasn't it? Exactly what you were saying.
Boy, that is such a shame, but it's, when you're consistently missing that length of putt, and Bobby told me he's had that problem for 20 years. It's always embedded in your brain, and you never want to see a tournament.
Well, again,
Bill Krieger for the championship right here. Bill Krieger, the 2007 Gloucester County Amateur Champion, in a 2-hole playoff with Bob Holstein, who 3-putts, unfortunately, the 18th green from 3 feet.
Yeah, you got to feel for Bob and feel good for Doc. I mean, both those guys, like you said, gentlemen of the game. Again, when you talk about ambassadors for the game, you want young people to be around these guys playing the game because they're going to make you feel good about it. And some young kids may come out and they say, oh, you know what, some of these guys are a little stuffy, and who wants to be around that? You go out with these guys, and it's just a terrific time. You got to feel bad for Holstein for 3-putting. You'd rather see somebody making a birdie putt or something to win it.
All right, we'll take time out from Woodbury Country Club. We'll be back with a wrap-up and the prize winners right after this. The 2007 Gloucester County Amateur Golf Tournament is history, and we have a brand new champion this year, Bill Krieger, who plays out of Wedgwood. We're going to give some prizes out now. Bill Gibbons is not only the tournament chairman, he's one of the winners today, too. Bill, congratulations. You finished 4th.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay. The 3rd place winner, first-time player in the tournament, Mike Corcuba. Mike, come on up, Mike. That's your prize for you.
Thank you.
It's Mike Corcuba. The 2nd place winner, Bob Holstein.
There you go, Robert.
Go, Bob.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
And ladies and gentlemen, the champion of the 2007 Gloucester County Amateur Championship, Bill Krieger. Nice going, Bill.
Thank you. There you go, sir. Well
We'll
done.
put that in there for you, Bill. Congratulations, Bill.
We'll throw this little tally in.
Okay, Shawn.
Okay, we're going to start off with Michael Corcu. We didn't get a chance to interview you, but terrific job. I mean, you gave it a run with that birdie on number 18. You had to be disappointed, but probably one of the best putts that we saw, especially from above the hole on number 18.
Yeah, thank you. It was great pin position, and I came up and the guy said I had to put it in the hole, so it wasn't going to be short no matter what. So my compliments to the Super for putting the course together. We had a great time out here, and I just want to say, thanks for having us.
Little accent, your first time here at the Gloucester County. I noticed it's a New England accent, right? You're a Red Sox fan, a Patriots fan, so you're used to knowing what championships are about, right?
That's right. I moved here recently from the New Hampshire area and found that the golf here is great. A lot of great people we play with here, and I couldn't ask for better competitors.
Well said. Congratulations on a great tournament here in your first tournament, and best of luck. I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the future.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to bring in Bob. Congratulations. Nice job. Obviously, it's bittersweet for you because you want to be a part of a terrific tournament, especially probably one of the most probably one of the greatest years when you think about two great guys coming into the finals in a year that Eddie Anton passes. Very emotional time for all you guys, right?
Oh, yeah. It gives us a chance to, like you say, think about Ed and the different times I've played with him, which I had a lot of different chances, different places, different occasions. And, it was kind of sudden, and obviously it struck us all. We kind of miss him. And it is. It's a good way to remember him, and hopefully we can keep his tradition going on,
How exciting is it to be part of a playoff at the end? I know it doesn't swing your way, but still, it's got to be pretty intense, and you want to be part of something like that.
Well, that's what we're here for, we want to put ourselves into position to be able to at least get a chance. It was kind of surprising. I didn't realize we were that close coming in until the very last hole after we finished there, and it was good. It was a nice surprise and everything. Unfortunately, I was having my putting woes, but sometimes that happens.
It happens to all of us.
No, exactly.
Bob, congratulations on a terrific tournament, and best of luck to you.
Appreciate it.
And we'll bring in Billy Krieger. Bill, congratulations, Doc.
Thanks very much.
I think I'm good now. I don't have any. I'm in a root canal. I'm good. I'm feeling real good about that. First tournament ever. Now it's kind of, this is it. I mean, the kids, now they're the ones that just don't have the titles. You actually got one to put in the house.
Finally, I have something to brag about.
I guess the kids are going to enjoy to hear that their dad won a tournament, and they got to feel pretty good. Pretty exciting time for you.
Yeah, it really is. And they're off to college and starting a whole new life for them, and I'm starting a whole new life with my wife and I, so it is exciting.
Also, an emotional time. I mean, with Peggy here to congratulate you guys with Ed passing. This must mean a lot to you.
It means a tremendous amount. In fact, I was joking with Peggy. I said to Peggy, Ed's probably up there rolling over saying, no, it shouldn't happen that way. But it is good. And we'll all miss Eddie. He was a tremendous competitor, and I love him like a brother, and I'll miss him. And it was really good to see Peggy out here.
Yeah, we all feel that way, and it's good to have, as Billy said, I think he put it best, two of the best guys in this field playing in the playoff on a year where Eddie Anton passes. I don't think you could have wrote a better story except to have Eddie back here with us.
That's correct. That's correct.
Well, Bob, we're going to go back up to you to conclude this thing with tournament
All right,
director.
thank you, Shawn, very much. Bill Gibbons is with me. Another terrific job as tournament director. Bill, somewhere Ed Anton was enjoying this.
You know, Bob, it's funny, and we had mentioned it last night at dinner. We had a nice tribute to Eddie, and I don't know if on TV you could catch it, but there's a gentleman who played linebacker, I believe, for the University of South Carolina, and he had tears in his eyes, and it wasn't because he won the tournament. I mean, that was part of it, but he knows winning the first tournament without Eddie was of monumental importance to him, and I actually got chills. I was putting on the 18th hole, and I had turned around, and Billy was playing behind me, and he had walked over, and he gave Peggy Anton a huge hug, and that to me epitomized what this weekend meant for everybody.
Bill, I know you're very happy with this, and you've got another event coming up soon with Ed Anton's name on it. Tell us about that.
Yes, we're going to have the middle of October. We're going to have a 4-day invitational here at Woodbury. It's going to be the Ed Anton Memorial. Eddie was a key player and a great champion of the Gus Heil tournament in Wildwood. So we sent out invitations to all the Wildwood participants, over 200 invitations, and we're basically hopefully going to have 96 players, 48 teams, and it's going to be a 4-day tribute to Eddie. And that was the least we could do for him. And we're also going to raise some money for Eddie's memorial fund.
Great thing. Bill, congratulations on a great event.
Bob, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that was Bill Gibbons, the tournament director, did another great job. Again, Bill Krieger, the winner of the 2007 Gloucester County Amateur Championship and a 2-hole playoff with Bob Holstein. I'm Bob Shryock. For Shawn Leary, thanks for watching on Channel 5.